Must have Sims 4 mods in your Sims 4 game, because I am obviously here to fill up your mod folder. So if you want to see more mod reviews like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But before we get on with this mod review, I've got some news for you guys. All right, yesterday it was announced that the Nature's Calling event has been extended. I feel like this is like the second or third time this has happened, but there is a reason why I think there could be a reason as to why it got extended. Anyways, it has been extended for almost an entire month. It was supposed to end yesterday on August 5th, but now they have a new end date, and it's for the Sims 4 11th anniversary on September 2nd. Now, before you guys start to freak out if there's like going to be any news, or we probably will get some news on the 11th anniversary. There is a reason as to why I'm pretty sure it got extended. There was problems with the, I guess, a glitch on console players where they couldn't claim the rewards or link their EA accounts. Now, I was going to go off. I was going to go off before I filmed this video because I was like, why are we getting an extension of this event? It was not that hard of an event, and if you play on PC, you're able to have mods, and UI Cheats literally has an update where you can just click, you know, the things and it'll give you the rewards. But upon further reading, because I wanted to read it before I gave you guys the news, that makes sense as to why they did extend it. So hopefully console players are able to get their rewards, because it does suck if you are doing these, you know, tasks, because you can't have mods on consoles. So they're having to actually do these tasks to get the rewards, and then you're not able to collect them or even link your EA account to it. So for that, I'm gonna back up. I hope that this extra 4 weeks will allow you console players to claim your rewards. For those on PC and wondering, sitting here like I was, being like, why is this getting extended? That's probably the reason why. I find it quite hysterical how I think last event we had, they extended it a whole month. And I don't know if there was any issues with the last one. I think there might have been, I can't remember, but basically it says, when they went to claim the rewards, it says that I must be connected to the internet. They were connected to the internet, and they've checked their settings and everything else, but nothing was working. So I'm pretty sure that's why. I know console players had it rough the last couple of months, like June and July. There was a lot of issues on console players. So I'm glad that they were able to extend it for you guys, but my working theory is maybe, not that they plan necessarily to extend this. I think they obviously extended it again for the problems, but we might be getting like a roadmap on this 11th anniversary on September 2nd, because we have finished this roadmap. Like, there wasn't much. The roadmap that we got for, like, I think it was like May, June, July, what, like the summer roadmap was for Enchanted by Nature. That was primarily what we were getting. We had little drops here and there of certain stuff, but like no kits, which I was shocked at. It was just the expansion pack. So my working theory is we got to be getting a roadmap soon. And I wouldn't be surprised if we, you know, waited some more weeks until we got a roadmap. But I'm just curious as to what our next roadmap will be. But I've got some mods for you guys. So enough about Sims 4 news, because there's not really much going on. Let's get into our mod review. All right, we're back with Yvette from Monday. I got a little lazy, so I didn't want to like get her new house. She's gonna stay in this one, but we've got some mods for you guys today. The first one is Arnie's SimSelf update for Enchanted by Nature, which I love this mod. If you don't know what this mod is, basically it reworks your SimSelf panel. So like attitudes in here, you can flaunt your wealth, you can be gross, you can shout forbidden words if Yvette felt, you know, the sudden urge to just shout forbidden words. She's eating the grilled cheese right now. Yeah. And then you can travel, and then you've got posture and sky, which has like your cloud gaze and your sit on the ground. Outfits, you can change outfits or change into nude. Yvette should not do this on YouTube. And then group and actions have like your disable attraction, and like sometimes it'll have other stuff in here depending on like what's going on. But you also have a fitness section, so you can do push-ups, do sit-ups, go jogging, and stretch. And then I think in this other page you have prepare for new task. The fairy, so Yvette is missing some required items, 15 piles of fairy dust. This interaction enchants all nearby plants. So she's not a fairy, but if you were a fairy, you could use this panel for 15 piles of fairy dust, and it will enchant all the nearby plants. Utensil preferences are in here, and then you have, I have the pose pack installed, and then this is Lumpino's toolbox mod. Anyways, that was the update for fairies, so now if you have 15 piles of fairy dust, you can now enchant all your nearby plants with... I know this is helpful for my gardening simmers because sometimes it can be a lot, especially if you have a lot of plants. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank Arnie for that mod update. Anyways, the next one is, I've talked about this one before. When we got businesses and hobbies, we had a burglar, or I think it was business and hobbies. We had the burglar update, like burglar NPC updates. So this mod was created by Nerdy Doll. I've covered this one before. It is this Gluba home assistant, okay? And basically, it does a lot of stuff, okay? I have covered this before, like I mentioned, so I'm probably not going to go into it in full depth. We'll do pink. I feel like that's really cute. Basically, this is a 9-in-1 home, smart home companion, okay? It basically has this little set right here where it's like security, fire system. The welcome wagon interrupted me. Anyways, as I was saying, you have security, fire system, thermostat, so you don't need to buy a thermostat. You have your alarm clock, curfew, audio volume, voice mode, daily routine, auto clean, and atmosphere. There was some updates with this, obviously. I covered it when it first came out, so there's probably things that I missed. Anyway, smart home settings, you have atmosphere control, which is something new, and you can basically control the atmosphere. Obviously, you can have it focus, you can have a party atmosphere, romantic, spooky, unwanted, and then a default atmosphere. So if I wanted Yvette to have a little date over, maybe I'd turn up the romantic, atmosphere. Hopefully her date goes well. And then they also had other things on here as well, like you can basically have settings for a robot vacuum, so you can, again, use your smart home companion. Ceiling fan settings, you can turn on fans, you can turn them off, and then you have an alarm for the room, so this will go off at the time that you set it for. And then music, you can play music from here. You can call services as in like the butler, gardener, maid, massage, nanny, pizza, repair, tattoo artist. You can call a tattoo artist to your home. That's pretty cool. That's something new that I've seen, or maybe I saw it last time. I don't know. You can call emergency services, so the fire department and the police station. I'm pretty sure if I hover over it, there should be that fire system and like the security system armed and stuff like that. So it should call them if I'm not mistaken. And then you can upgrade it to have, okay, this is the police link security upgrade. You got the upgrade alarm speaker, and then take that shock upgrade. I don't know what that is. And then you also have the robustify inner workings. So this police link security would obviously, in the name of it, link the police to your home station. And then you have security settings as well as your light settings as well. And then if we go to more choices, you have curfew settings, the thermostat settings, so you can change it on here. So again, don't need to buy the thermostat because it should be set on here. Yvette, did she change that? Okay, it does say heater mode. And then you can use the Gluba Home Assistant. So it's kind of like a built-in like Siri or Alexa, but just for the Sims. So ask for a joke, yell at, maybe you get a little too upset at your home station. You can socialize, you can play trivia. You can also name your Gluba assistant if you wanted to. But that is basically it. Really cool system. And they had that update for like the atmosphere and stuff, which I thought that was cool because you don't have to buy those like aura things anymore. You can just do it all from your home station. And then the next one is a couple job packs. I have two of them. One's a full-time career pack and the other one is a part-time career pack. So we're going to take a look at these. If Yvette wants to get off her computer, we can take a look at these careers. Okay, here we go. All right, so the first one I'm going to show you is the retail employee. This is the full-time career. It's got 20 careers and all are like 3 levels each. So it's 60 levels total. So we're going to go ahead and have her join and we need to choose a retail location now. And these are all the options you get. So you get a bookseller, charity and donations, convenience store sales. You also have cosmetics and skincare at Simfora. And then you have a department store retail at JC Cooper, electronics retail at Gadgets and Gizmos, and then you have a fashion retail at Forever Jumpsuit. Don't worry, there's more. Florist at Blooming Bunches. You have footwear and accessories at Our Souls Footwear. Furniture retail at Carpet Diem, groceries at Aisle 7, home decor at the Aesthetic Addict, and then music and instruments at the Vinyl Resting Place. That's actually kind of a cute name. And then you have more outdoor recreations at Bare Necessities. That's cute. You have the pet and supplies at Pet Paws and Claws. The pharmacy retail at MetaWorks. And then pop culture at Warm Subject. You also have sporting goods at Summit Seekers, toys and games at the Toy Chest, and then a wholesale retail at Buy and Large. All right, so there are a lot of careers for you to choose from. And then if we go to the like part-time flex agency career, this one has about 10 unique careers for your Sims to join that are, of course, part-time. So maybe you're not looking for a full-time job. I say we just do the 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. because she's not going to work these. And then we need to choose a role for her today so she can do bar staff, which honestly, this would be perfect for Yvette. If y'all know Yvette's lore, this is perfect for her. You've got cleaning, education, fitness, logistics, office, restaurant staff, rideshare and food delivery services, sales, and then a warehouse staff as well. And you can pick your times as well. So it's either 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. And again, these are the part-time careers. So that was pretty much all I had for you guys with mods today. So let me know what you think down in the comments of these mods. Which one was your favorite? As always, I love mods. They're all my favorite. I can't choose one because there's a use for all of them that I showed you guys today. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and comment down below, as well as subscribe for more videos like this. And with all that being said, happy simming, and I will see you all later.